Catholic Population 2025. R.I.P. Pope Francis died on 21st April 2025 at 88 years. Across every continent, in bustling cities and remote villages, in the shadows of cathedrals and under humble rooftops, millions rise each day guided by the teachings of the Catholic Church. But where exactly are these believers? Which nations form the beating heart of Catholicism in the modern world? In this video, we dive into the countries with the largest Catholic populations, not just in sheer numbers, but in cultural and spiritual impact. From Latin America to Europe, from Africa to Asia, the faith continues to shape identities, traditions, and politics. Let's explore the numbers behind the devotion. Latin America, the global stronghold of Catholicism. We begin with Latin America, a region where Catholicism is more than a religion. It's woven into the fabric of national identity. Brazil leads the world in the number of Catholics. With over 140 million Catholics, representing 70.57% of its population, Brazil is a spiritual powerhouse. From Rio de Janeiro's Christ the Redeemer to Amazonian villages, Catholicism reaches every corner. Mexico follows closely with 101.3 million Catholics, making up 78% of its population. With traditions like the Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe and deeply rooted rituals, Catholicism permeates both faith and folklore. The Philippines, the heart of Catholic Asia, stands tall with 85.6 million Catholics. That's 78.8% of the population. Here, faith isn't confined to Sunday masses. It shapes everything from politics to parades. Colombia, Argentina, Peru, and Venezuela each host between 23 and 38 million Catholics, with percentages hovering around 70 to 80%. In these nations, Catholicism has guided revolutions, inspired art, and built educational systems. Europe, cradle of the Church facing secular shifts in Europe, the Catholic faith has ancient roots. Yet, while tradition runs deep, modern challenges have reshaped religious life. Italy, home to the Vatican, still holds a strong Catholic presence. With 50 million Catholics, about 81.7% of its population, Italy remains symbolically central to the Church. From St. Peter's Basilica to small countryside chapels, the faith is part of the landscape. France once led the charge in Christendom. Today, 44 million Catholics remain, making up 60% of the population. Though increasingly secular, Catholic heritage endures in its architecture, schools, and public holidays. Poland is among Europe's most devout, with 27.1 million Catholics, 71.1%. The memory of Pope John Paul II lives on, and Sunday Mass attendance remains one of the highest in Europe. Spain and Portugal, historically missionary powerhouses, still maintain strong Catholic bases, with 33 million, 70%, and 8.3 million houses, 80.2%, respectively. The Americas' North and Central perspectives, while Latin America holds the numbers, North America has its own significant Catholic populations. The United States has around 85.3 million Catholics, making up 25% of the population. This diverse group includes Latino communities, Irish and Italian descendants, and a growing number of converts. Canada, with 12.2 million Catholics, 29.9%, reflects its French colonial roots in Quebec and multicultural growth across provinces. Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and Costa Rica each have Catholic majorities with populations ranging from 3 to 7 million. Their faith is expressed in vibrant festivals, Marian devotions, and strong community bonds. Africa, the growing frontier of Catholicism. Africa is one of the fastest-growing centers of Catholicism. DR Congo leads the continent with 60 million Catholics, making up 55% of its population. The faith is thriving, with vocations to the priesthood rising and church attendance remaining strong. Nigeria, with 29 million Catholics, 12.6%, represents both promise and challenge, facing religious tensions and inspiring resilience. Uganda. Angola, Kenya, and Tanzania boast millions of faithful, often with youthful, active congregations. The African Church is vibrant, community-focused, and socially influential. Asia, minorities with major influence in India. Catholics number around 21 million, only 1.5% of the population. Yet they run schools, hospitals, and charitable missions. Across the nation, China has an estimated 12 million Catholics. Despite state restrictions and underground churches, the faith survives and grows. South Korea, Vietnam, and Lebanon showcase unique Catholic histories, from martyrdom to modern dialogue. The Philippines, of course, stands alone as the Catholic giant of the East. Small nations, big percentages, tiny Timor-Leste is 97.57% Catholic. San Marino is 97%, and Vatican City itself is naturally 100% Catholic. Other nations like Malta, Croatia, and Paraguay all report over 80% Catholic populations. Though small in numbers, their impact on the faith and history is outsized. So, what do the numbers tell us? That Catholicism is not just a European religion, it is African, it is Asian, it is Latin American, it is global. With over 1.3 billion adherents, the Catholic Church remains one of the most enduring and widespread spiritual communities in human history. From megacities to mountain villages, the rhythm of Catholic life continues in sacraments, prayers, and service to others. As populations shift and cultures evolve, the face of the Church transforms with them. And whether you stand before an altar in Buenos Aires, Manila, Kinshasa, or Krakow, you are part of something ancient yet ever new. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with where you're watching from and what the Catholic Church means in your country.